Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with simplertrading.com, and in tonight's free video, I wanted to look at two charts that I think you're going to be able to buy as we get into next week. I really enjoy the technical aspect of trading, and inside that, a few of these signals can give us an idea of how we want to look at playing it over the course of the next, let's call it 3 to 5 weeks. So we're looking at TLT, and the foundation that I like starting with on this chart is that even if you come back to the weekly, this is on a large enough time frame, a very clear pattern of higher highs and higher lows. So we are working with a market that is progressively moving higher, and in the past several weeks has become much more volatile. But overall, just the basic pattern of higher highs and higher lows make this an attractive bullish setup for me. The thing that I find that's most interesting to bring to you this afternoon with it is that when you get these more drastic swings, when you have a more meaningful swing high and swing low, I find that the retracements of those swings will be more important. So it's saying, this was the big down move, kind of flushing all of that out. As you retrace it, if it was going to have any type of a roll back over, then it should pause at the 618 retracement. The fact that it has cleared this as being a technical area of resistance opens up the door into this 190.77 extension. So given enough time, and it may, I don't know the exact path it will take, but as long as this swing low remains intact, we should target the bigger 1272 extension, and that's what I'm looking at on the daily time frame. Now, if you drop it down, you can look at the 78-minute chart, and this is the setup that I'll be following into next week. We went home with some of this in the chat room, but depending on where it opens for you on Monday, there may still be a move left. So if it opens up anywhere down in this area, that's where I'd say you could pick it up on a discount and the setup still looks good. And then I would be targeting right here at about 170, let's call it 171. It's not getting greedy with it and saying I have to take it into the highs and then the extension, but it's saying the easy signal, if there is such a thing, is that squeeze firing to the long side and popping us right into that area. So I think that is very much a tradable move with some delta 70 call options, and I really like the technical layout of that chart. Now the other one that I wanted to bring to your attention, slightly different end of the spectrum, but in Activision, this has been mentioned quite a few times as, is this a stay-at-home stock? I don't know. I don't really share much of an opinion on that, but what I do like looking at is coming back and looking at concepts like symmetry and price, and then combining that with these squeezes. So you can see how you've had a previous swing high into a swing low, and if you compare that to the correction that you've gone through now, see how similar they can be? Now admittedly, levels like this will show up kind of all over, but I try to use this to suggest that the pattern of higher highs and higher lows is still intact, because this correction was not any more drastic than this correction, and then I look to this squeeze where the momentum is heading higher, and thinking that this is going to resolve into higher prices. So it's a similar way of thinking, of the two, TLT may be the cleaner, but I like having a little bit of diversity. I like having, there's going to be a few stocks I want to buy, and then buy TLT, in theory, is a little bit of a hedge. Try to get Activision up into 65, and then the plan for that 20-year as well. So I hope that's helpful. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you at the next free video.